Yes, so Enviro-Mark Solutions does basically measuring, monitoring and reduction of carbon. So we've worked with hundreds of businesses across New Zealand and many climate leaders businesses to support them to set targets, and I'll be talking about how do you go about doing that. Primarily, you can't measure or can't manage anything without measuring it. That's our mantra. So we start with how to set a baseline and how to actually begin to measure your carbon. When you've done that, you'll see the spikes, you'll see the peaks, you'll see where the opportunities lie to potentially curb. And then when you have that measurement in place, you can then start to think, well, what are opportunities within our business? So we've had businesses who have done quite a lot on their logistics. So one of our favourite clients is Inside, and they're a carpet tile company, and they distribute carpets all over New Zealand. But instead now of bringing all their carpet tiles to Auckland, to the distribution centre, and then sending them out across the country to site, they get them delivered directly to site by ship. That saves them carbon, but it also saves them loads of money. So my best quote from Inside is a guy called Steve who says, "We weren't looking for carbon and found shitloads of money." And I believe most of our clients have had that experience because in the business sense, if you're spending money on carbon, then you're spending money where you could potentially reduce, because carbon is money in all of its forms. You're spending it on fuel, you're spending it on energy, you're spending it on materials and resources, all of which cost you as a business. If you can reduce those, it's good for your bottom line, but it's also obviously great for the planet. Look, it's always a little daunting when you start for the first time, so the first measurement is really important, and we as a business provide a key account manager to support you through that process. But any business doing it in any which way just needs to start. It's actually not that complex. You just need your invoices. You need to know where you're spending money, because if you follow the money, you'll find the carbon generally. And then you put it together in a package, and then you just need to look at again what those peaks and troughs of that spending is, where that carbon lies, and go ahead and look at where you can potentially curb those peaks. There is so much low-hanging fruit in New Zealand business still. We're very early in the journey in New Zealand, and I think most businesses will find fleets that they can readjust easily and painlessly, LED lights that they can put in to replace high energy use bulbs and the like. There is lots of opportunities. As mentioned before, the logistics space is important, but also waste materials. Lots of opportunities to reduce the amount of material you bring in, therefore reducing the amount of waste you send out. Waste costs you money, but it also generates carbon because it goes into landfill and creates methane. So in general, we've found businesses actually, once they're on the journey, our businesses on average reduced by 20% in 3 to 5 years. Our best businesses are hitting 60, 70% reductions over 3 to 5 years. Take concentrated effort to achieve that, but actually I think 20% is easily achievable for any business walking in the door. Embark is a great opportunity, I think, because there are lots of conferences that you could potentially attend, but one of the things that I'm really excited about Embark is that it's going to be nearly entirely businesses who have committed through the Climate Leaders Coalition to go and do some good stuff. And so everybody there will be searching for answers. I'm definitely looking forward to meeting lots of businesses at Embark and meeting some new people and obviously catching up with some old friends. But particularly just looking at collaboration opportunities, looking for those cross-sectoral opportunities where people might have waste streams or have learnt some stuff which they can then transfer to others. You know, without competitive issues getting in the way, they can say, look, we did a fleet change out, we did some electrics and some EVs, this is what we found works. And if we can get that sort of conversation happening, everybody goes faster, and we really need to go faster.